Alright, so we're just a few hours away from NXT Vengeance Day 2025. I wasn't going to make a video, but I figured, why not, at the last minute, let's make a quick predictions video. This has nothing to do with the OTS Project kind of predictions championship that I have for the OTS Project that me and Theo have. This is just going to be something for my channel, for me. We're going to keep that championship just for the kind of main roster WWE PLEs. But yeah, I'm super excited for this show. On the card, we got an NXT Championship match, a Women's Championship match, the tag titles, the Women's North American Championship, and we got two rivalries that are kind of coming to a head. So I'm excited to check it out. Let's break down this card real quick and give my predictions. First up, we got Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. This rivalry has been brewing for a few months, where Ethan Page kind of broke Javon's jaw. He came back, caught him with a hook, and kind of re-injured it, I guess. So now, against kind of doctor's orders, doctors cleared him, but against Ava's kind of concern and orders, Javon has signed the contract to have this match tonight. I think that Javon is going to win. I think it's kind of the thing where Ethan has been running. He's been getting ahead of him because he's kind of found a way to. But I think now, once the bell rings, it's Javon's match to win. He's got way too much anger, way too much aggression, way too much hate towards Ethan Page. So I think he's walking out with the win. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be the end of the feud. I feel like Javon's going to win, but maybe on NXT next Tuesday, Ethan will kind of get some revenge and keep the feud going. I don't think it's the end of the feud, but I think Javon is going to get kind of his get back at Ethan Page for the whole kind of abuse that he's put him through the past few months. The tag titles are on the line with the challengers Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. I don't know too much about him. I haven't watched him in Noah. I know that's where he comes from, but from what I have seen, he is pretty good. Against the defending champions, Nathan Frazier and Axiom, better known as Fraxium. I think Fraxium are walking out still champions. I think they've been on an incredible run. I think they have been the tag team of 2024 and maybe even the tag team of 2025. I think they've been incredible, and I don't think that the run is going to end tonight. I feel like their run has to end with kind of a more built-up story, a more meaningful story. This is kind of just a filler match, but I think it is going to be one of the better matches of the night, if not match of the night, because Nathan Frazier and Axiom have been having banger after banger. They've had match of the night for certain kind of NXT PLEs before, and so I think this could possibly be match of the night. If not, it's definitely going to be one of the better matches. Trick Williams versus Eddie Thorpe in a strap match. I think Trick Williams might get the win on this one. However, it does seem like Trick Williams is probably on his way out of NXT. I know that there's a report that there's kind of going to be a batch of people that are called up. I'd imagine Trick is going to be in the front of them, as well as Roxanne, who's already kind of called up. She has a match. As I'm recording this, she has a match on Raw on Monday for the Elimination Chamber qualifier against Raquel. So Roxanne's already kind of called up. Trick, I'm assuming, is not far behind, as well as probably a few others, maybe a team or two going up with them. So I think Trick gets the win here, but I think, again, it's not the end of the feud, I don't think. I believe that this is definitely Trick's probably last feud in NXT. I think he gets the win here tonight. Eddie Thorpe, in the coming weeks, doesn't let it slide, and they kind of have a blow-off match to stand and deliver, where Eddie Thorpe kind of gets the win, and Trick kind of, gets his little send-off and heads up to the main roster, while kind of making the new star in Eddie Thorpe kind of the new probable maybe top heel, or one of the top heels at least in NXT, as Trick heads to the main roster. You gotta put somebody over on the way out, man. Next up, the NXT Women's North American Championship. Fallon Henley defending against Stephanie Vaquer. I feel like a lot of people kind of are expecting Stephanie Vaquer to win the championship. I do not think it's going to happen, though. I think that Fallon Henley is going to win. Not to say it's not going to happen soon, though. I feel like this is another case of where I don't think the feud may necessarily be over. I think Fallon Henley gets the win tonight, but Stephanie Vaquer maybe kind of finds a way to get a rematch, or maybe she does win tonight, but I think there will probably be a rematch at NXT Stand and Deliver between the two. I think maybe if Fallon Henley were to win, you got to remember she does have JC Jane and Jasmine Nix with her. That could help her win. Stephanie kind of has the friend in Julia, but Julia's got her hands full defending the title for the first time later in the night. So Julia, I'm sure, is not going to be kind of there to help her out. So definitely Fallon Henley has the numbers game. So I could see a possible way of using the numbers to kind of cheat to win. And then, again, maybe do another match to Stand and Deliver where Stephanie Vaquer then does get the North American Championship. So Fallon Henley is probably who I'm predicting to win and retain the title tonight. Now, I'm not sure which match is the main event on WWE.com. The women's match is not listed as the main event. However, I hope it is the main event. but I'm going to cover it as it is listed on WWE.com. So next up, the NXT Women's Championship is on the line in a fatal 4-way. Julia with her first title defense against Bayley, Roxanne Perez, and now, as of last Tuesday, Cora Jade has been added to the match, which I thought was a really cool idea and a really, really fun idea to add to kind of the feud that Roxanne and Cora have going on. Julia is winning. Obviously, this is her first title defense, and she's probably going to be a dominant champion for a while, so I don't see her losing the title. I think the biggest story beat here is that, yes, Julia retains, so it starts her path of being a dominant champion. But I think the bigger story beat is going to be the Roxanne-Cora relationship. I think within the match, there's going to be, something, maybe Roxanne kind of cost Cora the match, maybe something like that, where, I think we're kind of headed towards, again, Roxanne is already pretty much called up. So I think Stand and Deliver will be her last kind of match, and I think it'll be against Cora Jade. They had a match before. The relationship's there, the story's there, the friendship is there. So I think that having Roxanne put Cora Jade over on the way up to the main roster, where Cora Jade will kind of stay. I originally thought that it would have been a great idea to call up Roxanne and Cora together as a team and have them kind of, go after the women's tag titles on the main roster for a little bit before maybe branching off or having, maybe them stick together, but one of them is starting to go after a singles title. But it looks like Roxanne is called up and Cora is going to be staying in NXT. She also is doing stuff with TNA, possible Knockouts Championship run in the future there, which I think would be really great. So yeah, I think a great way to kind of put Cora over, kind of cement her more and make her more serious is have her beat Roxanne at Stand and Deliver. So I think that's the biggest story beat. I think my prediction is that Julia is going to win, but the bigger story with it is going to be what happens in the match between Roxanne and Cora that officially kind of breaks up their friendship and then puts them on the path to having a match at Stand and Deliver, where Roxanne could put her over, and then Cora kind of becomes, she's already kind of a star, but becomes a bigger star because she beat someone who is a dominant NXT Women's Champion, and then possibly may have the TNA Knockouts Championship as well. Like I said, I want the Women's Fatal 4-Way to be the main event. I think that's the biggest story on the whole show is that, and I think that's going to be match of the night. But what's listed as the main event currently is Oba Femi defending the NXT Championship against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Again, pretty sure this is Oba's first defense. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's definitely an early defense. He's not losing, and he's definitely not losing to, no offense to Austin Theory or Grayson Waller, who I both like. But obviously, again, kind of similar to Julia, they're going to want Oba Femi to be a dominant champion. I think both of those championships are going to be kind of wrapped up with the two of them for at least a year. They're both going to be pretty dominant for a while with those titles. So yeah, Oba Femi's winning. I could see a kind of Roman Reigns WrestleMania Tampa situation with Daniel Bryan and Edge, where Oba kind of stacks Austin Theory and Grayson Waller on top of each other and pins them that way. That would kind of, further cement his dominance and how crazy, how powerful he is that he kind of stacked both of them and pinned them both. I can see that happening. I think it's going to be a good match. I don't think it's going to be match of the night. I genuinely do think that Women's Fatal 4-Way will be match of the night, and I think it should be what closes out the show. I hope that's what closes out the show. But yeah, as of now, it looks like the men's NXT Championship match, triple threat, between Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and Oba Femi will be closing out the show. I think it'll be a good match, but I think Oba is going to be winning. That's the video. I'm excited. We're just a few hours away. This video is probably going to be up by 3 o'clock, so about 3 hours before Vengeance Day starts. I'm excited. It's a little late, but I should have, kind of locked in and realized I should have made a video. But better late than never, I guess you could say. Like I said, I'm excited. I think the Women's Fatal 4-Way and the Tag Title match are going to be the two biggest matches of the night. And yeah, I'm excited. So let's get ready for Vengeance Day, and let's really get ready for, they like to say, the road to WrestleMania, but in this case, we're on the road to Stand and Deliver. So let's get ready for that. Like I said, I think there's some big stories that are going to be coming out of that, some feuds that'll progress and then further blow off probably at Stand and Deliver. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Let's get ready for NXT Vengeance Day.